Hey, I'm Jacq, and you are invited to join Cole and I this June in Colorado for a really unique retreat. We'll be exploring mythology, so mythologies from all different cultures and also our personal mythologies. We'll take a look at how this can weave into our yoga practice and our practice of better understanding ourselves. So join us, we'll visit the hot springs, eat amazing food, practice yoga asana, chant, meditate. I can't wait, and I hope to see you there. Hey everyone, welcome back to your practice. I'm Jacq, and this is a short flow that'll be energizing. We'll work with a lot of back bending or heart opening. So really thinking about getting into the front of the chest actually, because when we do all this work with the upper back and the shoulders, we're opening across the chest, heart can breathe. So let's take a hand to the heart to start. Let's take the other hand to touch the ground today as a way to stay grounded as we open, right? Because in our practice, we're always aiming to sort of play the opposites, to find equilibrium. If you want to close your eyes, go ahead. Take a few breaths where you can feel your chest rise and fall without forcing it to do that, but just noticing the subtle movement of chest. Thank you for being here today. Let's open the eyes and bring the fingertips on top of the shoulders. So you got some little chicken wings going on. And then as you inhale, move your elbows together in front of your heart. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. And then start to bring them up a little higher in front of the face. Part them open wide. Let them turn into these big circles. This is our chicken wing warm up, I guess. So breathe now. See if you can move your breath in and out through your nose only. So you start to create a little bit of a warming sensation. And then pause next time your elbows point to the ground and switch the direction of your circles. Good. Now inhale, send your arms up. Take a little twist to your right. Right hand comes behind you. Left hand comes across to the other knee. Let the heart lift, but the shoulders drop. So think that you're getting taller from the crown of your head. And the shoulder blades slide down. Inhale, arms up, look forward. Simple twist over to the other side. Left hand behind you. Right hand to the other knee. Feel the up from the spine and the down from the shoulders and the blades. And then inhale, arms rise up. And then exhale, release your hands. Let's come to stand right away. You'll notice I have two blocks. If you want to have your blocks nearby, great. It's not necessary. Just give yourself a little shake. If you're feeling super lethargic, maybe even give it a little jump or two. And then come to stand at the top of your mat and take some big circles with your arms. Notice which way you're moving your circles. And then bring your hands to your hips. Take a breath in, stand tall, feel your feet. As you breathe out, step your right foot to the back of your mat so you come into a long, high lunge. You can take your arms up. Shoulders at ease. Biceps reach near the ears. Take a big and full breath and lift your gaze a little bit. As you breathe out, bring your hands behind you. If you can interlace your fingers, do that. If they don't, catch behind you. Keep your arms reaching back like you're wearing a cape. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then lengthen your front leg too and start to pivot all of your toes to the right side of your mat. You'll probably have to adjust your feet so your toes are even. Take an inhale, soften your knees, look up, open the heart. And then exhale with bent knees, start to bow forward. As you bow, keep a flat back. Think that your sit bones lift as your head drops. And then actually here, move your shoulders away from your ears. So even though gravity is like, hey, chill out, let everything pour down, let everything pour down except for the shoulders. And then here, my friends, open and close your mouth a couple times. letting the jaw and the inner ears get some space. And then let the mouth relax, lips seal. Take an inhale through the nose, lift your chest. And then breathe out, bend your right knee more so your rib cage comes closer to your right thigh. Inhale, come through center. And then exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, bend your right knee. This time, release your hands, head to the back of your mat, low lunge. Now your hands are on the ground. This is where you might like a block underneath the left hand. As you lower the left knee, take a twist, right arm to the sky. Even here, it's like any of our shapes, we can focus on certain areas. Let's focus on the heart. So imagine that your sternum moves forward. Take your right arm alongside your right ear and even lean back a little bit today. Stay like this, or option to bend your back knee so your right hand reaches for your left foot. It might not touch at all, and you can keep activating your left hamstring to reach and get that muscle awake. And then notice if your head has dropped forward and let it open. Throat opens. Take another big breath in. And then breathe out, release your back foot. Take your right hand inside your right foot. Travel back through a wide straddle forward fold. This time keep your hands down to the ground. Drop your head. Travel back to the top of your mat, low lunge. Step forward, right foot steps next to left. Halfway lift, palms to shins, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, bow, breathe it out. Let's come up for a diver's pose. So if this one is new for you, have a look up here. Sweep your arms back behind you as you tip your chest forward. Think flat back. For the legs here, they can be nice and long if that works for you, or you can have a soft bend in the knees. Think that your sit bones reach back and your collarbones grow wide. Let's take one more breath, balancing on the balls of the feet. And then lower your heels and sweep all the way up to stand. High prayer, look up, take a little lean back, and then hands to your heart as you breathe out. Pause. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Remember those big arm circles we started with? We've got to go the opposite direction now. So can you remember which way you went? It's a mind thing too, my friends. I think I need to go swinging back and then forward first. Soften your knees so you're not super stiff here. Just take some big arm circles, letting the shoulders rinse on out. And then pause, hands come to your hips. This time, please step your left foot to the back of your mat, long lunge. So your right knee and your right ankle are just about stacked. You can let your arms stretch up and your gaze lift a little bit. Smooth breath in and out through your nose. Let's take one more big breath in. And then breathe out, reach your hands behind you. If the fingers can interlace, bring the other pinky on top. So whichever way probably feels a little awkward. If they're not touching, reach your hands back like a cape. Start to lengthen your front leg, and then pivot all of your toes to the left this time. Make sure the feet are nice and aligned. Your toes are in one line. Take an inhale, soften your knees, lift your chest. And then exhale, tip your heart forward, flat back, knees are still soft. When you bow here, think that your hamstrings lift. Remember, shoulders away from ears. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Bend your right knee, breathe out. Right rib cage toward the thigh. Inhale, rise through center. Bend your left knee, breathe out. Let's go one more time each side, breathing in to rise, breathing out to bend. Pause. When your left knee is bent, release your hands. Crawl to the back of your mat, low lunge, drop your back knee. You could take the right block underneath the right hand. It's not really the right block. It's the right hand. You know what I mean? Left arm to the sky, twist. Shoulder blades squeeze together a little bit, and then imagine they slide toward your hips. Take the left arm over the left ear. Find that little bit of leaning back to extend from the pubic bone to the navel to the sternum through the throat. Stay or kick up the back heel toward the glute. See if you can catch your foot. Take another big breath in. And a full breath out. Release your back foot. Left hand comes inside your left foot. Crawl back through your wide straddle forward fold. In Sanskrit, it's Prasarita Padottanasana. This time, let's pause here. Imagine your heels could widen. So it's just an energetic widening. You're not actually lifting them up. As you do that, let the sit bones widen, drop your head. You might start to walk your hands a little further to the space between your feet, or maybe even past the heels, flipping the fingertips away from you. And then crawl back to the top of your mat, low lunge. Let your heart peek forward. Step forward, take a bow, left foot next to right, drop your head. Palms to shins, halfway lift. Breathe out, bow and fold. Diver's pose. Start to look forward as you lengthen your spine, pause with flat back. Arms stretch behind you as you lift your heels. Let the low belly gather up and in a little bit so that you connect to the deep abdominal muscles supporting the spine. Take one more breath in. We're going to get a power pose in here to end. Lower the heels. You guessed it, it's chair pose. So your feet don't have to be touching. Notice what feels stable. Deep bend in the knees, but don't forget to sit back so you are sitting in a chair. Today, bring the hands behind you. Lace the fingers if they reach. As you squeeze the shoulder blades, still lift the low belly, hug the front ribs together, so you're not really finding a back bend per se, but you're opening the collarbones out east and west. Take another full breath in. Stay for your exhale. I'm with you. Let's take one more round of breath in and out. Rise tall to stand. Big breath in. Soften the knees. High prayer. Take prayer to your heart as you breathe out. Take one hand to your heart, the other hand to your belly. Breathe into your body. Feel your torso. Feel your heartbeat. Wave of breath move through the torso. You can take your hands into a prayer if you'd like to close your practice that way. Let your mind bow in toward your heart space. And as you open your eyes, say thank you to you, please. I thank you for practicing with me today. These little practices can make such a big difference. So it doesn't have to be this big, long thing every time. Make it an awesome day or evening, whatever you've got going on, and I will see you here again or in an upcoming training or even in person on retreat.